Another profitable week is in the books. Let's recap how it went down and kick off a Monday with more soccer bets. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jason Mattis, of course, with Winning Bets. Kicking off a new week here of Winning Bets. I'm so thankful that you guys can kick off your Monday morning with me here. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. It was a great weekend in Chicago. 60 degrees, over 60 degrees on Saturday. Everybody came outside. It was so good to see. Sunday, we had another birthday party for one of Noah's classmates, so I had a good time doing that. Just a fantastic weekend. And again, I hope you guys had a good weekend. How about sports? Good weekend of sports. You had basketball, we had soccer, we had NASCAR. Lots of good things going on. March Madness is really heating up, so a good time of year. Let's go ahead and recap last week here on Winning Bets, and then let's kick off a new week here with more soccer and NBA bets. Last week, you can see we went 15 and 23, but it was profitable, plus 4.26 units. And now up on the year, a lot of wins, a lot of losses, and plus 14.84 units on the year. Doing just good work around here. Let's go ahead and talk about some of those good wins and some of those bad losses from last week. Obviously, good wins. You've got to start with that college basketball parlay. That was an 18-1, almost 19-1, 7-leg college basketball parlay. That obviously saved our week. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not make it sound like, we had a fantastic week. Obviously, I just told you I had more losses than wins, so we didn't have a fantastic week, but we made good bets. And one of the good bets was certainly cashing on that 7-leg, 18 to 19-1 college basketball parlay. We also hit another nice parlay in tennis on Friday. We did a 4-legged tennis parlay that came through for us, paying multiple units, so another good winner right there. We also had on Monday kicked off action with Granada and Cadiz over their total in terms of cards, and that went over by one, won it by the hook, and that was a good plus money win right there to kick off our week. We also had another good plus money bet, Manchester City team total on their corners. That was outstanding work midweek there in their FA Cup game as they cruised to a nice easy win, and in doing so cashed their corners in the first half. Love to see the research cash nice and early there for us as well. We also did Chelsea on the clean sheet. That was a notable win. I put that notable win because not because of anything Chelsea did, because Burnley, that was in that Burnley fixture over the weekend. Chelsea versus Burnley. We predicted Chelsea obviously to have that clean sheet. Under 2.5 was a popular play. I wanted to stay away from that and just say, you know what? We have a really good handle of Burnley, probably the best team in all the Premier League right now. What they're going to do is they're not going to be able to score a goal on that good Chelsea defense. So that was an easy win right there. Chelsea on that clean sheet. We continue to push the right buttons. When does Burnley play again? I don't know, but hell, I hope it's today or tomorrow. And then we also hit over the weekend Norwich and Brentford, both teams to score. Got that one really late, but I thought Norwich always deserved that goal. If you look at the stats and kind of look at the highlights and how the game went, Norwich deserved that goal. So it was nice to see them get that goal really late. That was a nice 3-1 game. Told you guys on Between the Posts that would just be a good, fascinating game between two teams that are generally, they're familiar with each other from the championship. They're now fighting relegation in the Premier League. Yeah, that was a good game. Both teams to score, went ahead and cashed on that one. Let's go ahead and turn our attention now to some of the bad losses of last week. How about 1-3 in NASCAR? We were unable to, bounce back in NASCAR. It looked like we were going to go 4-0. This is what you get with NASCAR, folks. This is definitely what you get. We were looking at a nice 4-0 sweep again in NASCAR. Our only win, Tyler Reddick over Austin Cindric. That was a win, obviously, regardless of what happened. But where it went wrong for us was after stage 2, Bubba Wallace was in the top 10 at the end of stage 2. He was beating Daniel Hemrick, and then he had car issues. He ended up being a lap down. The big issue, though, was Eric Jones. With 3 laps to go, he spun his car to bring out the caution. So that ended his chances of going ahead and beating Christopher Bell, who he was beating all day long. But not only did that ruin that head-to-head matchup, it also ruined Kurt Busch over Austin Dillon. Those guys were like neck and neck all day. I mean, Kurt Busch was winning, albeit slightly. Sometimes it was just ahead of Austin Dillon, or sometimes maybe there was 1 or 2 car separation between those two drivers. But either way, Kurt Busch was generally winning all day long over Austin Dillon. You bring out that caution with 3 to go, the pack gets reshuffled, and now Kurt Busch is all of a sudden losing Austin Dillon. So a late race caution definitely ruined 2 of our plays. Could have gone 4-0, maybe 3-1, and then it turns into a 1-3 day. Just absolutely gut-wrenching and upsetting that ended up happening. What about Manchester City on that clean sheet? That was one of the bets I gave you guys in the Manchester Derby between City versus United. We deserved to cash in that one. United didn't do anything. They got a goal out of nothing in the first half, and then they resorted right back to getting their ass kicked, which is what I thought was going to happen. They were going to get their ass kicked. They didn't even take a shot in the second half. They didn't even have a shot. Where's the shot from like 25 yards out when you're frustrated? You just blasted into row Z. They couldn't even pull that shot off. That's how bad City was absolutely dominating United, especially obviously in that second half. Again, without even taking a shot. So brutal beat right there. That Manchester City clean sheet. Thought we deserved that one. They dominated United. And obviously everybody knows I'm a United supported. and they got their ass kicked, as they expected. City was all over them. Another bad miss midweek was Liverpool in that team total against Norwich. We had over 2.5. They get 2 first-half goals, up 2-0 at halftime, and then just turned it off. They were up against Norwich. They knew Norwich wasn't going to punish them, and their 2-0 lead was never in threat. So yeah, backed off the gas pedal right there. So missed that team total. Same thing with BetUS on Friday, team total, or maybe that was Thursday. That was the one where I kind of got suckered in. Second leg, hate second legs. They do nothing. They literally circle jerk for like 80 minutes and do nothing. And then once the opponent gets a goal, they all of a sudden wake up and get 1 goal and advance to the next round of Copa del Rey. Unfortunate for us, we needed 2 goals, so that was bad right there. Sevilla, they did nothing on Friday, nothing. I'm so glad that they ended up getting a draw 0-0 because of frustrating. They had a goal eliminated in the 6th minute due to VAR. Okay, that happens, but then unable to score against a 19th place team in La Liga, a team that won't even be in La Liga next season. You're in 2nd place, battling for the league, battling for Champions League, and that's a performance you turn up. Ugly performance there by Sevilla. And then Magic team total is just one of our many bad beats in basketball throughout the week. Magic obviously missed their team total by 1 bucket, falling 3 points short. There were certainly opportunities for them to get it. They didn't get it. We also had, just last night, what was that, Raptors Cavs? We missed the over. There were 30 points in the 3rd quarter. Like 1st quarter, 2nd quarter, 4th quarter, great to us. We had 30 points. We missed that over under by 10. 30 points? I scored 30 points on a quarter. Hell, you get 40 and everybody would look at the box score and go, whoa, that's really low. They get 30. We missed it by 10? 30? Yeah, that over Magic team total, just NBA. So yeah, we obviously had a couple bad beats there on the NBA. But again, overall, put money in your pocket, and that's what matters most. Plus 4.26 units. Now up on the year, plus 14.84 units on the year. Guys, hit that like button if you cashed 1 bet with me last week. I know I gave out a lot of losses. Unfortunately, we lost more than we won. But if you at least cashed 1 winning bet with me, hit that like button and let me know. All right, before we get into today's bets, I want to announce the free giveaway. It's certainly been a long time since we've done one. We've got March Madness coming around the corner. Whenever ESPN creates their little challenge that they do, that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to create a winning bets league on the ESPN platform, and we'll compete against it. We'll go ahead and we haven't done a giveaway in a while. Let's go ahead and do $150 to the winner. Let's go ahead and do $75 whoever finishes in 2nd place, and let's go ahead and do $40 to whoever finishes in 3rd place. So $150 to the winner, $75 to 2nd place, and $40 to 3rd place. Again, the full information of how to join the league and what have you not will come out a little bit later once ESPN populates the information, once we know the 64 teams or 65 teams are in the internet. You guys know I do not know anything about college basketball. Don't even know how many teams are in the damn March Madness tournament. I think it's 64, 65. I don't know, they do some playing games. I don't know. I lose track nowadays. Not a college basketball guy. But anyways, we'll do $150 to the winner, $75 to 2nd place, and $40 to 3rd place. Again, I would say look for this information really to come out Wednesday, and I wanted to give it to you, or Wednesday, I meant next week. I'll give it to you next week. I wanted to give you a week's notice because you're only going to have about 3 days to enter, right? We know the team Sunday night. Tournament starts, Thursday afternoon, lunchtime. So you got about 3 days to get your entries in. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys today so you knew it was coming. You got a week long to get ready for it. And then once you get the information following next Monday, you can go ahead and get your entry in and take my money, compete against your fellow winning bet supporters and see who's the best amongst the best in college basketball. All right, let's go ahead and jump into some afternoon soccer, and let's go ahead and roll out a bet in each game. We've got 3 games going on today. I'm interested in betting every single one. We got the FA Cup. We got Nottingham and Huddersfield. I'm going both teams to score at minus 106. Love this bet right here. This is 2 teams in the championship, very familiar with themselves, and while maybe recent head-to-heads have shown that there's been win to nils, we know how cup games been going. We've been successful more times than not with both teams to score. It's of course tripped us up, but more times than not, both teams to score has come through in these cup games like this right here. Again, 2 teams in the championship, very familiar with ourselves. 2 teams looking really good, actually. Maybe even promoted to the Premier League, come next season. So like Nottingham, like Huddersfield, and we'll bet that on both teams to score at minus 106. If we jump over now to La Liga, I like Bilbao, Levante over 5.5 cards at plus 114. What we like in here is we're backing 2 things that have gotten cashes in La Liga earlier this season. One, Levante, they're still a top 5 team in terms of drawing cards, so I think they'll be able to get 4+ on their own, right? And then Ruiz. Ruiz is the referee in charge of today's match. He gives out the 3rd most cards in all La Liga per game. He gives out 6 per game, and he calls the 2nd most fouls per game. So yeah, a referee that we've certainly backed the cashes, a team that we've backed the cashes. So we'll go ahead and do Bilbao, Levante over 5.5 cards at plus 114. That will be my dog of the day. day will be over 5.5 cards. And then the Premier League's also got one game to round out their match week number 28. You got Tottenham versus Everton. I'm going under 2.5 goals at plus 108. Talked about this game on Between the Posts with Matt. I did not give out the bet then. I'm giving the bet out now for the first time. Well, earlier on Twitter, but essentially today for the first time. But if you need any analysis, go check out last week's episode Between the Posts. Forward all the way to the end because this is the last game. It's Tottenham versus Everton under 2.5 goals at plus 108. All right, so those are 3 games, 3 soccer bets, and that'll round out our afternoon soccer action. Let's flip it over now to the NBA. There's an NBA first quarter play that I'm really interested. You got the Knicks going against the Kings tonight. Both teams are 8-2 in their last 10 and cashing the over. And these two teams are averaging 62 and 64 points. I know I've sat here on YouTube before and I said, hey, let's just kind of look and see what the line comes out, but I'm interested in the over. At 59.5, I've talked about how that's a lot of points, and those numbers generally scare me off. Well, these are two teams in the last 10 days that are really cashing the over. Both of them at 8-2. Both of them are over 60 points at 62, 64. This time, I'm not going to be scared. If we get an over-under in the first quarter of that Knicks versus Kings game of over 59.5, I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger. All the numbers will back this up, will justify it. So I'll be on the over 59.5 in that first quarter. If you see that in Knicks versus the Kings game, you can go ahead and guarantee that. There's another angle in that game I'm interested in. You guys remember Sabonis? We've been a while since we played him, but remember the last time we played him, we took his under on his PRA, points, rebounds, and assists. It was like under 52 or sorry, not 52. It was like under 42 or under 43.5. He was going up against the Knicks, a team where that bet had cashed on 8 straight times in a row. We got the Sabonis, different team now. He's on the Kings, but he's going up against that same Knicks team. I want to know what his number is. DraftKings and FanDuel don't have his number up yet. They don't have a lot of player props up for whatever reason. I'm interested in that guy's number. If we get a good, again, low 40s number, I'm going to go ahead and take the under. So look for me a little bit later on Twitter. We may fade Sabonis tonight against the Knicks. As for any other any other NBA action, all the numbers in terms of full games, over-unders, really check out except for one. There's already one really good betting spot. It's Warriors and Nuggets. I've got the game scored at 228. You can now currently go ahead and get that at 223. That has done nothing but fall. It started at 227 and it's come all the way down to 223. The reason you're seeing the number fall is because people don't know the status there of the Nuggets players. Obviously, they played an overtime game. Nikola Jokic played every minute, scoring every point through overtime, fourth quarter. I mean, guy had a hell of a fourth quarter in overtime right there. And that's why you're seeing this number fall, right? People are assuming that the Nuggets are going to rest or modify minutes, coming in the back of a bag, coming off an overtime game, and people are just worried, and that's why that number's coming. So let's just see throughout the day. Let's get, news of maybe how the Nuggets are going to go ahead and play in terms of, guys and minutes. Because if we get a Nuggets team that wants to generally play this like a normal game, then you can go ahead and take the over, especially if it keeps dropping in our favor. I've got the game scored at 228. So other than that, not much in the NBA tonight. Just look for me on Twitter. If we go ahead and bet the over there in that Warriors-Nuggets game, if we go into the over in the first quarter there of Kings versus Knicks, and if we go ahead and fade Sabonis, again, look for me on Twitter, and you'll know it. As soon as I go ahead and bet it, you'll know it right there on Twitter first thing. All right, guys, for now, we'll just go ahead and roll with these 3 soccer bets. Excited for some afternoon soccer, and excited to put some profit in our pockets come this afternoon. Hit that like button, guys. We're going to go ahead and find. We got 3 soccer games, 3 bets. Hit that like button if you like one of them, and you're going to follow me on it. Otherwise, guys, enjoy your Monday, and we'll see you back here on Tuesday. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.